What's up, people? How you guys been? It's been a little while since, yeah, it's been a little while since I've streamed. Partly because of the new job I got, partly because of, general apathy, I guess. But hey, I'm trying to get back to it. Playing some Dark Souls. Okay, so it is loading the right file. And yep, I just remembered where we are. Yeah. Oh, right, we're starting all the way back here. Because there's no bonfire at Pinwheel. At least I couldn't find one. Wait. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I remember the way back. And since we took care of both the Black Knight and the Tiny Knight Demon, just gonna adjust my mic because I keep forgetting that I have a loud ass voice. So yeah, I don't have to deal with the freaking knight here, right here. Okay. That is most definitely a thing. I miss playing this game. I missed playing this. Yeah, because I only really been playing this version specifically for the streams. Otherwise, I'd be playing like 2 or 3 on my PS4. Which I did figure out I did figure out which option I had to disable in order to be able to, stream from my PS4. Because, they didn't want they're like, oh, people are going to be using this to watch movies and shit, so we can't let them fucking, we can't have them, we can't have them using a capture card. Hello, Squid Man, I'm doing. Yeah, like, I haven't been able to English as properly as usual, so commentary might be a little bit weird. Alright, I don't have my talisman equipped. Huh. Hold on, I need to move my mic for a sec. Okay, there we go. My eye was really itchy. I'm not like oh no, I already beat Pinwheel, so I just need to go to the bonfire after Pinwheel. Although I don't remember how to get to the, I do fail to remember how to get to the, fucking blacksmith that's, like, that you can hear from over here. And might as well deal with these guys. Okay, how the fuck am I not dead? There it is. I can't remember what he looks like. He's the, oh fuck, which one is he? Like, in this area, you can go up to the wall. Like, or in that area that I was just at, you can go up to the wall at one point. You can hear him pounding away at his, like, on his anvil. Like, I've only ever actually got to him once. Yeah, that dude. You gonna come down? Well, you're not anymore. Yeah, honestly, it's not a super big deal that I, like, find him. Okay, that was probably a bad time to drop down here. So you could, like, hear him on the other side of this wall. Oh well, I can always find him. I can always get to him later. There we go. That takes care of the wheels. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll look for that later. Now, bit of a fair warning, I'm more used to the physics and stuff of Dark Souls 2 and maybe 3, because like I haven't played 1 since the last stream. Which I missed the last couple like Tuesday Dark Souls streams because of work. And gotta kind of be prepared for that to happen every once in a while, since the job I got, it's one of those like I don't know if I'm working. Like I'm a substitute janitor, so I don't know if I'm working until they call me in. And like, not that. Whoop. Well, I forgot that. I forgot about the slope. But yeah, like that's not a super common thing apparently. Since between both the elementary and high school, like there's like 6 people, and they don't call in that much. Ow. Eh. There's nothing over here. Can I make that jump? Or can I make it through a drop? I don't think I could drop onto it from right there. But I can from right here. Hello there. Oh, there's another one. Ow. I'm really glad that missed. So otherwise I would have died horribly. There's the soul. That was up here. Drop down right here for this item. And Eye of Death. Which I know is a which I'm pretty sure is a PvP item. I just can't really remember. Okay, not being able to see the fucking ladder until you're at the bottom of it. It's kind of freaky. Okay, did they both fall, or was the one with the sword just stupid? I think the one with the sword was just stupid. Ow. You prick. Oh, you're up there. Oh, I see your eyes. It's like 2 tiny white pixels in the distance. Can I? No, I can't get close enough to target. What's down here? Alright, more dudes. A lot more dudes. I want to say there's also a pit. Oh yeah, that's a lot of boys. Not what I want to do. That is definitely not what I wanted to do. Well, I should probably head straight for where Patches is, because I know there's a bonfire right next to him. I am amazed I lived through that. I thought I was gonna die for sure. Wonder how successfully I could run through that. Might have to do some zigzags. Oh. Okay, yeah, that was just bad. Okay, yeah, that was my bad. It would appear I am a bit rusty. Maybe I should learn a couple speedrunning tricks for this game. Like, not to speedrun it, but you know, maybe make a couple bits a little easier. Since with speedruns, like, you tend to find tricks to get things early or bypass some things. And just because I forget, what's up here? Other than these guys. Alright, this is where alright, this is where the necromancer was. Oh, right. Duh. I've just been coming down here and saving myself a little bit of fall damage. Which, to be perfectly honest, would have probably been made up for by the arrows. Ow, you fuck. I always forget how quickly those wheels can stack on the chip damage. Get in the right spot and you're fucked. Or wrong spot, I guess. You know, I bet there was some point in development where, like when you drop down in this room and it started playing the cutscene, I'm pretty sure there was, like, I'm willing to bet, and like, with no evidence just in what I know of programming, which is not much, that, at one point during development, like, people kept dying when they dropped out in there, because falling in there would trigger the cutscene, and the cutscene would play before you landed, and because of some weird like tech thing, it might have like counted the time as the cutscene as like time falling. I gotta remember that dodging here is very scary. Because if you don't do it perfectly, your ass is falling. Ow. Ow. Wee. Oh, there's Patches. Which means the bonfire should be right around. Oh, not right here. Oh, wow. I was right next to fucking Patches the first time. Oh, there it is.
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing in the catacombs? Are you a cleric or something?
I am not.
No? Really? Then I'd have no qualms telling you. There's a fine stash of treasure right down that hole. I found it first, but, well, we're friends now, so I'll split it with you. In any case, have a look. It'll shimmer you blind. There. That hole.
Good old Patches.
This is what I do, my friend. The trinkets I'll be stripping off your corpse, that's the real treasure.
Oh. Oh, there's another skull lantern if you didn't have one before.
You're no hollow, are you? Thank goodness. Please be careful. There are two fierce hollows not far from here. They were once brave knights, my former escorts. Who would let such strong spirits be hollowed so? Heavens, is there nothing at all to be done?
Oh. Looks like there's a couple guys I gotta kill. Simultaneous kill. Or if you will, double kill.
You banished those two hollows, did you? It pains me to think of the trouble my failings have caused. I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much. Here, these belonged to them. You deserve them more than
Woohoo! I believe that's a heal over time miracle.
I am certain that both Vince, thank you.
Let's check that out, actually. Let's see. Item display. Common miracle bonus clerics and knights gradually restore. Gradual HP restoration. Hell yeah. I've always liked heal over time stuff. Oh. Bone Tower. You know, it'd be cool if there was a miracle that did this. You know, like, yeah, you could, definitely for people with cleric builds, or paladin builds, to just be like, oh yeah, now I have a miracle so I can fucking see rather than having to use the skull lantern. You know, there might actually be a miracle or spell that does this. That's just, you know, completely slipping my mind. Ow. Lightning bolt. You know, one question I have is, how did Patches get all three of them down there?
Oh, you! Well, let's just calm down. Talk about things. I did you wrong, but I didn't mean it. These temptations, they can, well, overcome me. You know what I mean, don't you? Please, forgive me. You and me, we're jolly undead outcasts, aren't we?
Sure.
Oh, brilliant. A second chance. Wonderful. I had a feeling you'd understand. I did. But, if I were in your shoes...
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Patches is the most
who knows what I'd have done.
trustworthy of fellows.
But now we're friends again. Eh?
The cap for my water kind of escaped me for a minute there. Thanks, no problem. Good luck with your run. Yeah, I can I don't I tend to, well, I try to talk often, but like sometimes I just can't English properly, so yeah, hopefully that won't confuse you too much. Sometimes it's just hard to find the right word. Oh shit. I forgot he was there. It's all good, I do the same thing. And the gargoyles are interesting for a first boss. Like they can completely take you off guard sometimes. Especially when the second one shows up. Ouch. Oh yeah, like that's actually one of the things I really like about these games is that like it keeps you on your toes, because if you forget like about how tough things can be in this game, like it's very easy to get just completely overwhelmed. Even the even the weakest, most piss poor excuse for enemies can still just do that to you. Yeah, like yeah, this character is go like I call it I'm going for more of like a more paladin like build. Oh, miracles and like miracle and martial might. And plus, I haven't actually gone to Ulasil yet. There you go. Here's that asshole. Okay, I didn't expect him to immediately lunge. Okay, I think there's a bonfire down here. Oh, there's the glaive knight. Ouch. Stop it. One thing I will say about the black/silver knights is that they're really easy to backstab if you know what you're doing. Oh, the effigy shield. I can't remember what this item is. Oh, there's the bonfire. I don't think I could drop down on it from here. I'd be able to jump down there, but I'm not gonna take that chance. Aha! Replenish my shit. Yeah, this is Weehander. See, I wanted to use the Black Knight Greatsword because I started this playthrough right after I got a Alright, I need to use humanity. Right after I got like the little Black Knight statue for my birthday. So, and I did have a Black Knight Greatsword on my New Game Plus character. And after like 2 hours, I finally figured out, oh yeah, you can't transfer items from New Game Plus to not New Game Plus characters. So yeah, while I really want to use the Black Knight Greatsword, I'm using the Zweehander. Oh, yeah, I should have saw that coming. Alright, I was also building up the, what's it called? The demon greatsword, or the demon machete. Yeah, demon great machete. Yeah, like it deals like technically less damage than the Zweihander, but oh, all right, that's why I was using the That's why I had the Zweihander, because I don't have strength to use the machete yet. Yeah, I mainly use it two-handed, but you know, with the lantern, I kind of can't. Oh, I'm almost out of this place anyway. Getting a lot of white titanite in here. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I do actually like the Demon Great Machete. I never really use its heavy attack though, because it's like a super delayed jump swing, or more of a hop swing. Yeah, like it's a bit too delayed for my taste, so I don't really ever use it. Ow. Oh wow, I got up just in time for that to actually hit me. It also, like, I would show it off, but like, this isn't really the area to show off the weapon, because you won't be able to fucking see. Alright. That move. I keep forgetting these assholes can, like, one-hit you. Yeah, Pyromancer's a build I haven't really tried in this one yet. Like I did like the Chaos Pyromancer in. Well, there goes all those souls. Like well, it started out as a sorcerer build in Dark Souls 3, but it eventually went to a Chaos Pyromancer build. And like that build is pretty good if you can, you know, hit with the Chaos Fireball. may need to stop that. Nice. I haven't beaten the Ringed City DLC yet, but that's mostly because the character I mainly played on in Dark Souls 3 at the time was on New Game Plus 3, and I really didn't want to go through that entire DLC on New Game Plus 3, so I made a new character and haven't gotten back to that point yet. Like, I have beat the Dragon Princes. So I at least did that. Oh, right, I can just go right through here. It's been a while since I've been in this area. Let's see. Mother... I don't like that move. There is not enough light to tell when he's to read that telegraph. The amount of darkness in this area is too damn high. That's an old meme for you. Saw it coming this time. Still didn't do anything about it. Yeah. But I will say one thing. Nito has a really fucking awesome design. I think everything in this game has a really awesome design. I'll just skip past that dude. Oh yeah, that does actually look really fucking cool. Which reminds me, I need to get to that area. Yeah, Lost Izalith is, I would say it feels unfinished. But it definitely feels like it's lacking something. Alright. Alright, you need to be human. Okay. I was gonna say, okay, when's the paladin gonna... Where's the paladin? When's he gonna spawn? Okay, yeah, I remember this spot now. This is like this is a spot where you just kind of run through everything. Ugh, excuse me. And now now we're in the area with the babby skeletons and all the pinwheels. I remember grinding this area for ages looking for a specific mask. I want to say it was the father's mask. I could be completely wrong though. Click at Chad and walked off a ledge. Another mask of the child. Okay, well, we're at Nito. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take a break here because we're on the hour. And when we come back I'm gonna throw down my summon sign and see if I can't get summoned. And if I do, well, then I'll have humanity to reverse the hollowing so I could rush back through here. Alright. Alright. We are going on break. Like, if you need to grab a snack, grab a drink, use the bathroom, whatever. Yeah, go do that. This is a good time to do that. We'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes, give or take. It depends. Alright. I shall see you guys in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Before I switch back to gameplay, just need to make sure that, okay, good. Had to make sure I didn't have a password on. And now we play the waiting game. Only gonna actually wait for like 10 minutes though. You know, that way I'm not spending half the stream waiting to get summoned. Because sometimes it's like, oh yeah, you get summoned like literally instantly. But other times it's like, you know, you sit there for like 4 hours and not get summoned once. Then you get summoned like 5 times. Then like you get summoned. Then like for like 3 times in a row, you get summoned like almost immediately after putting your sign down. I'm also having a quick look around this area to see if there's any items I forgot existed. Like that soul of a hero I just picked up. Actually, now would be a pretty good time to switch to my a demon grit machete. There we go. Ooh, a white slab. That's an item I missed. A white chunk. But yeah, I never really used a heavy attack for this because it's like that's a huge delay. It's like press, hit. I mean, that's massive. Okay, I believe I only got... Yeah, I only got another Mask of the Child. I'll have to come here and grind them, try to get a Mask of the Father. Because the Child one increases stamina recovery speed, but the Father equips, like, it like increases equip burden, like equip load. Okay, like... That was weird. Like, 3 things each died, giving me 3 things died, each giving me 100 souls. Ah, yeah. Gonna wait for about 5 more minutes before I just, homeward bone back to a bonfire. And grab a, like, pop of humanity and freaking, oh, that's right, I got the right of kindling, so I could kindle the bonfire again. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, like, then I'll run here and see if there's any signs that I can use to summon somebody. Dude, like, Nito isn't, like, super hard, but still. People usually summon someone at least for crowd control. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna move my sign to here. That's weird. Bloodstain is right there. Guess that's the last spot of like a standable terrain before you just fall. Wait, what? Okay, I'm wearing Ornstein's like chest, hands, and legs in the mask of the child. You know, I would use the greatsword, but it's not nearly as impressive in this one than it is in the other ones. Because like the greatsword is directly based on Guts' Dragon Slayer from Berserk. And like in this one, it's like way too thin to be the Dragon Slayer. Which like, if you were unaware, like the Dragon Slayer makes Cloud's Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII look like a pocket knife. And Guts just like fucking whips that thing around like it's no one's business. Like, I think the first time you see him swing it in the manga, yeah, like, I think the first time you see Guts, the main character of Berserk, swing the Dragon Slayer in the manga, he cuts through, like, 3 dudes in full plate armor, all their weapons, and the horse one of them is riding on, all in one swing. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I think someone did the math, and, yeah, this is the Demon Great Machete. Yeah, like, it's, like, I don't really use this R2 attack because it's just way too slow. But yeah, like, But yeah, I think someone did the math, and the Dragon Slayer from Berserk, if it was made out of pure iron, like the manga says, it would be like 400 pounds. It ain't a small sword. Like, I think the closest thing to it size-wise in Dark Souls 1 would be the Black Knight Greatsword. But yeah, like, this is way too tiny to be the Dragon Slayer. Like, both length and width. It's been about 10 minutes. So let's homeward bone back. Now I'm just gonna go pop some humanity. See if I can't summon anybody. I'll use my last twin humanity. I did not mean to leave. And 15 soul, 15 SS flasks. That was not the right way. Oh, that was a waste of humanity. I gotta remember the way to run through this area. Better throw back on the good old Sweethander. Now it's down here. I think I hug this wall. Yep, and just drop down here. Okay, yeah, I think I got it now. Okay, 20k to level. Alright. I have to farm some humanity. I remember one of the Dark Souls playthroughs I watched on YouTube. It was being played by a couple of people actually like in the game industry. Like one was a designer, the other one was an animator. And I remember them making a comment about how you can find humanity on dogs and rats, but not on like not normally on like the humanoid players. Oh, there he is. Hello there, Leroy. Goodbye, Leroy. Yeah, like, yeah, like, I know at least with the dogs and rats, like, the actual, like, lore reason is that they, you know, eat the bodies. Like, eat the bodies of the hollowed people. So that's why they drop humanity. Not sure about the babby skeletons, though. Are these skeletons? Okay, I guess the skeletons can't follow me because they're not tall enough. Because they're not short enough. Okay. Now to murder some more pinwheels. If one of these guys doesn't drop the mask I'm looking for. Okay, I thought I was dead there for a moment, but I wasn't. It was just some hits done by the baby bones. Oh well, Leroy gave me like two humanity, so I can definitely use those. There we go. Got through without using the lantern. Yeah, like that. Oh, crystal lizard. There we go. Got him. For a second there, I thought I missed. And that's how you run through an area. Wow, those killed me fast! That was like full to empty in like a second. I'm more impressed than anything. Didn't know the little bastards had it in them. Jeez, there goes all those souls that I could have used to level. Oh well. I can always just grind that back up. Okay, now all we gotta do is not get freaking like trapped by the little dudes. Okay, he didn't drop a mask. Well, I guess I should say they, since Pinwheel is technically 3 people. Bell down there drop anything? Doesn't look like it. Are there any signs here I can use to summon someone else? Doesn't look like it for right now. Gonna wait a couple, see if any pop up. Oh yeah, the dogs are definitely a thing. Yeah, I have no idea why, but it's difficult to find someone to summon on the Switch now. Yeah, I'm playing the Switch version of Dark Souls Remastered. This playthrough is like, apparently all the bosses I try to get summoned at, no one needs help with. That, or it's just not putting me in that instance. Like, it's set to global matchmaking. What? Oh well. It's like half the time I like try to get summoned, it's like, oh well, no one really summons with this boss because they're not actually that hard. Like with the gargoyles, it's actually way easier because people want to summon Solaire. So by the time they get there, they have a humanity up anyway. They have a humanity popped anyway. And plus, with this one specifically, I think less people summon here. Yeah. Yeah, like, with this area specifically, my guess is that people don't summon here is because they don't want to risk losing humanity. Because in order to get, the closest bonfire is in the Tomb of Giants. So, there's that. Ah, fuck it, I'll just go in. Yeah, Nito is actually kind of difficult. For a couple reasons. Like, he has, like, some ridiculous AoE stuff. One of his attacks, like, if you don't move, will hit you from, like, across the map. Oh yeah, that's a really easy spot to get backstabbed. Oh yeah, and Nito likes to summon skeletons. Well, that went about as well as expected. Okay, so we're gonna take like a quick micro break because I've been drinking a lot of water like during the stream, and I gotta use the bathroom. So yeah, be right back, real quick. Okay. Now, time to start throwing myself at the wall that is Gravelord Nito. And hopefully, during at least one of these attempts, one of the pinwheels will drop Mask of the Father. So I can wear heavier shit without fat rolling. I almost walked off the edge there. You know, I honestly wouldn't be opposed to putting some appropriately heavy metal to go along with this. But I am putting these VODs up on YouTube, so I kind of don't want copyright to destroy me. That one did drop something. It just didn't show up right away. Ah, white titanite. Okay, standing around swinging at these little assholes is not a very good idea. Ooh. Yes. Dead mask. Oh yeah, it's not a big increase, but it is definitely an increase. There we go. Oh, hello, you little asshole. Thank you. What? Like, who's... Here, Ow. Alright, forgot about the giant skeletons. Like, I remember the normal sized ones, but not the giant ones. Oh, that one around. Okay. see, right now we're at a little bit of an impasse because I left, like, I was doing the like, I was going through Lost Isolate for, like, the last time I streamed this game. I decided partway through that stream, it's like, you know, instead I think I'm gonna do the catacombs so I can at least get the Rite of Kindling. So I went and did that. And then, like, I started this stream immediately after beating Pinwheel. And and I feel like I should try to do Nito when I can summon somebody. Oh yeah, that's always like the enemies like getting caught up on terrain is always helpful. Yeah, like thinking about if I should like go to like Twitter or the Discord servers I'm in and like see if anyone is would be able to help me bitch slap the skeleton. All right, yeah, it's not a good idea to try to take care of the baby skeletons. Okay. Well, I'll pop a humanity and go human again. See if there's anyone waiting there. Like, even though it's set up for global, it might still be mostly mostly set for people in the general area. Like I'm in upstate New York, not the city, the state. You'd be surprised how often where I specifically specify that and people still think I mean the city. And it's like 10:30, right? Like 10:30 at night right now where I am. And that might be affecting it. Because it might be a kind of thing where it's like the later it is where you are, like it pulls more from where you are, even if it's set to global. So it might be more of a local instance. I don't know. I'm amazed that arrow did not hit me. Hey, I got the last mask. Nice. Yeah, the Kappa demon isn't necessarily that hard. He's just like his dogs are just super annoying. Okay, now I'll wait a bit. Yeah, double check, global, no password, character, display character name. What is that? Unrestricted sign visibility. Wow, you babby skeletons are coming all the way up. Yeah, just like the Tartarus demon. Best way to kill him is plunging attacks. Oh hey, one of the streamers I watch all the time just went live. Guess I know who I'm gonna raid at the end of this. Well, went live went live about a half hour ago actually. Didn't I just didn't see the notifications because I got because I have streamer mode enabled on Discord. I have noticed that sometimes putting down a sign will help. Will like help. Let's see. Message. Need. Be wary of. fuck it. Looks like 2 people already left messages saying, yo, need some help here, but I don't think I ever got it. I'll try throwing down my summon sign one more time. Oh wow, it's about time to go on another actual break. Like, I do try to take a break every hour. I'm trying to get into that routine because it like gives me a few minutes where I don't have to talk, and it gives me a chance to grab a drink, grab a snack, stuff like that. So I'm not doing it like use the bathroom, so I'm not doing it like randomly throughout the stream. Yeah, I'm also trying to get into the habit on streaming on a schedule, which I was doing good for a little while. Dark Souls on Tuesdays, Paper Mario on Thursdays, but life has kind of like caused me to miss a couple weeks of that. And now, because of a friend totally calling my bluff, I'm going to be starting to stream on Sundays playing through Silent Hill 2. Because my friend learned that I've never played a Silent Hill game. I was like, dude, it's because I don't like horror games. And he told me that I have to play it. And I said, buy me a copy and I'll stream it. So he bought me a copy of Silent Hill 2 on the PS2. So now I'm gonna be streaming it. I'm gonna stream gonna stream all the way through it. Gonna have him on co-commentary, so I don't get absolutely destroyed. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. With the remastered, I hear it's more that they removed the fog effects and somehow made it run worse. Well, yeah, like he'll mostly be there to make sure I don't get stuck. Like I don't want him to be actively helping me unless I'm like, yo, I need help with this bit. Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm also not a fan of horror games. Totally very interesting. Yeah, like there's a yeah, I know it's good. I mean, there's a reason why Silent Hill 2 is generally considered one of the best horror games ever. Alright, well, we're gonna go on a quick break. I'm gonna be here, so if I get summoned, I'll switch it back over real quick. Yeah, so like use this time to grab a snack, use the bathroom, get a drink, etc., etc. Right, I'll be back in a few. Alright, we are back. Gonna crack my neck a bit. And still not summoned. Oh, we'll try again. First, should heal. There we go. Let's go beat up a Grave Lord. You know, one thing that a YouTuber I watch made about Nito that's actually interesting is what exactly does First of the Dead even mean? Like was he the is he death? Or was he just like the first to die? Like the first thing to actually die? It's like this is an interesting question. At least I think so. Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! I probably should have healed. Yeah. Which reminds me, shit. I need to binge a bunch of his videos, like, before the next stream. Like, refresh myself on the lore. And, like, I know after this one, I'm gonna take a bit of a break from Souls or at least streaming Souls. And then do Scholar of the First Sin on the PS2. Not PS2, PS4. Don't think I'm gonna do Bloodborne because I like Bloodborne, but I couldn't get nearly as into it as I did with Souls. And and eventually do Dark Souls 3 on stream. DLC included, of course. Yeah, out of the Souls series, including Demon Souls, and not including Bloodborne, the only one I haven't beat is 2. Like, on the PC version, like, it has my farthest file where I'm at the DLC. But I don't think I could actually really continue with that file because that character's a pure caster. not like a melee build with the casting stat, but it's like a pure hex caster. And because of that, the enemies in the freaking DLC just need to look at her funny, and she'll just fall over dead. All right. Fucking babbies. Just healed that, you dick bags. Hey, free humanity. Oh yeah, Bloodborne is super good. Yeah, personally, I think 2 has like kind of a bad rep, like an undeserved bad rep. Because like, it's not a bad game. It's still really good. It's just not like perfect, like a lot of people were expecting for some reason. Okay, I'm in a bad place. And now I'm in a dead place. Oh, you see, that's kind of a thing. With Dark Souls 1, ah shit, didn't mean to do that. Like, Dark Souls 1 is actually a lot more linear than people think. It's just that there are a couple areas in the game that, it's just like there's a couple areas where it's like, okay, now you have to do this, like these things, but you can do them in whatever order. Like for example, after you beat Honor Londo, you have to get the Lord Souls. But at that point, you can do in any order you want. Like, does that make sense? But the thing about Dark Souls 1 is that because of how the world is interconnected and how it's basically one big corkscrew, it doesn't feel linear. And I will give it that Dark Souls 2 does feel way more linear than 1. But honestly, the only one in the series that's like not incredibly linear is probably Demon's Souls. Because that has a straight up level system. And like, you can do basically whichever area you feel like. Look like another one of the pinwheels fell. Oh, forgot about you. And now I'm dead. It didn't roll. Well, it's actually really worth it. I haven't played it since it came out, and I admittedly cheesed the hell out of that game. Because I used, like, that was before I really decided to, you know, not, like, cheat and use exploits in a game till I've at least beaten it once. And, so because of that, with Demon Souls, I abused the shit out of the item duplication glitch, so I like leveled super high, so like basically nothing could kill me. And I didn't do all the areas. And it was also before I stopped, like, trading in games, because I used to do that all the time. And now as a collector, I'm kicking myself in the ass for it, because I had to rebuy most of my collection. Like, I still haven't gotten around to rebuying Demon Souls yet, though I really need to. And, like, the servers were shut down a bit ago, but apparently you could just set your PS3's, like, network settings to a specific thing, and it'll give you access to the... you'll basically get access to the fan server for Demon Souls. Fucking baboos. Yeah, like, with Demon Souls, you could definitely tell it's like an early PS3 game, but like it still has a bunch of, like, and like you can also tell it's like the first in the Souls series because it has a lot of like weird design decisions that they obviously dropped pretty quickly thanks to player. It might be thanks to player feedback. I don't know. It might be due to something completely separate. But yeah, it has a really interesting world tendency system. So like basically, the more like it's both character and overall on the server, where it's like people doing a bunch of specific things will make the world lean towards black world tendency, which makes items drop better, but also makes everything harder. I think it does? I admittedly can't really remember. Like, I watched a Let's Play of it a while back, and I think there might have been I think they might have had a poison area. Oh wow, yeah, that was really bad placement for me. Hopefully. Yeah, like on the other end, like it also had like worlds could also go to white tendency, which was which basically like item drops weren't as frequent. Like it still happened frequently enough. Ah shit, I forgot to grab that item. I'll get it later. Like item drops weren't as frequent, but everything was a lot easier. Fuck you, skeleton dog. Okay. Yeah, like, yeah, I know that in the Let's Play I watched, like, they actually... fucking hate those things. Like, at one point, near the end, they actually had to connect to the fan server, which they didn't know of at the start of it, to make the world too white tendency, so he could actually, like, live long enough to get to the boss. But yeah, like, yeah, one thing that they did in Demon Souls, which is a really good thing they decided to drop in Dark Souls, was the final boss in Demon Souls had an ability to drain your level. You just steal a level, like, steal a experience level away from you. Yeah. Like, it's one of those things where, like, depending on how much, like, you buy into the, like, get good, like, jerk off freaking part of the community, like the D-level thing could be like, oh yeah, it's that's like a good thing because this, that, and whatever, and like other tendency and other things, but like for the most part, you know, I had no idea where the fuck I was going with that. So I'll just start a different thing. Like, game design itself is like, you know, depending, can be kind of subjective. Like some things like that, like some things that some people see as bad design, other people's are either fine with or see as good design. Like, a lot of it is subjective taste and how far someone is up their own ass, to be perfectly honest. But like yeah, like, yeah, I also don't know where I was going with that bit. Like I actually tend to give like some aspects of game design like a pass, because like there's no such thing as like a game that doesn't have bugs, and there's no such thing as a perfect game. Yeah, and probably the biggest hot take I have about the Souls franchise is that, like, it's like, I don't think it's necessarily about being hard as like difficult. Like you can, like, it's really difficult to even conceive of what it would be, but you could totally give Dark Souls a de facto easy mode. And oh shit, he's gonna do the AoE. Yeah, you can just straight up give Dark Souls a de facto easy mode and it would still be just as good. Because, like, it's less about being, you know, difficult and more about training the player to be prepared. Like, it's more about preparation, and it's more about preparation than it is about bashing your head against the wall till you break through it. And like, or at least that's like my opinion. Like, because, like, when something is just downright hard, like, it can be really frustrating. I mean, yeah, you tend to get that hell yeah moment when you finally fucking defeat it, but I took a wrong turn. But at the same time, like, fighting the same boss and doing it perfectly, only to still die 800 times because your stats aren't high enough, is frustrating as shit. Or, you know, like, Nito is, like here is actually a good example of a boss that is just frustrating. Because, like, most of his difficulty comes from the fact he has, like, 6 skeletons with him. So, if you're by yourself, it's really difficult to manage both those guys who constantly res themselves and deal damage to Nito. So, like, and the best way to handle that would be to either get another player or, like, find yourself a way to deal AoE damage or to lure the skeletons somewhere to where you don't have to deal with them. And, like, and that goes into the preparation bit, because, like, once you know that, you could start planning it. It's like, okay, how do I do that? How do I lure the skeletons over to an area where they won't be causing me trouble, or to where they'll cause me less trouble? And it's like, and that is the satisfying part, like, figuring out the strategy and executing it. Meanwhile, like, there are some aspects in parts of the game where it feels like you just can't do it because your numbers aren't high enough. Like, you don't have enough armor to, like, you don't have enough armor to survive, like, more than one hit, or you don't have the right weapon or stat to deal enough damage. And, like, stuff like that is why, and, like, in fact, Dark Souls actually does kind of have an easy mode. It's called magic. Just do this so I'm. And, like, yeah, like, using magic in Dark Souls is basically the easy mode. And, like, the reason why I call it easy mode is because, like, you don't have, son of a bitch, it rolled forwards to sideways. I actually really like the magic in Dark Souls. But anyway, like, the reason why using magic is kind of easy mode is because, like, you don't have to be up right on the enemy's dick in order to hurt them. You can hurt them from a distance and, like, exploit pathing bugs, or and, like, you can attack from a safe distance, or safer distance. So it does make it a lot easier. once again, depending, because like in like the other games, or at least in 2, the only real reason why my mage build was actually like really working was because I kept hitting the limit of enemy respawns. Which, honestly, in Dark Souls 2, is a feature that I started off hating. But now I actually kind of like it on some level, because the enemies like the enemies stopping respawning in 2 basically makes it easier to get through the game. Like if you have an area down and like you're just stuck on one part of the area, it makes it so that when you get to that area, it's a bit easier, because you didn't have to burn through all your resources getting up to the area. Now, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, but I see where you're coming from. Yeah, 3rd Mask of the Child. 4th Mask of the Child. Yeah, there were times, at least in like vanilla too, where like if I remember right, I haven't played like original like vanilla Dark Souls 2 in like 14 billion years, but like sorry, I had an itch. Like there were a couple areas where it felt like the only way to progress was to do that. And there was one of them like right in the fucking beginning. Like, where the fuck was it? It was like in the Forest of Fallen Giants. Like right after you get to that area where that has the second bonfire that most players completely missed. And where you had to go like up the ladder, and there was a bunch of dudes up there. Like that area felt like, okay, good, it let me heal. Fuck off! Damn it. Like, that area felt like you had to kill them all. Because it was... like, because there was... like, because there was, like, 15 dudes there. And the best way I found to do it was to just keep rushing in there, killing one or two of them, and then trying to run away. But in Scholar, they kind of fixed that by making it so there's still a bunch of dudes there, but they're lying on the ground. They don't get up till they get close to them. So, like... excuse me. Like, so, like, you can take them down, so, like, they're still there. And they would get up if you got too close to them, but you can still take them down at your own pace. And plus, with Scholar, like, one thing that I personally felt when I first played it, like, years ago, I felt like they rearranged all the enemies because people were bitching that it was too easy. Which I can kind of see that. But at the same time, like... But at the same time, it's like I also kind of don't... I also kind of didn't see it. Because, like when I first played that game, I was not good at Souls games. Like, at all. I sucked. Like, in fact, I didn't beat this one until, I didn't beat, like, Dark Souls 1 until Remastered came out. And I only beat Dark Souls 3 because a friend basically carried me through the entire thing. Okay, what does this circle mean again? I can never remember. Oh, hey, another Mask of the Child. Like, does it boost miracles? Does it... yeah, I can't remember. Interesting. And fuck you, baby skeleton. Okay, if this like gets a bit too annoying, I'll switch it up and go somewhere else. One thing I do actually like is that Nito's attacks don't have friendly fire turned off. So he's also smacking up his own skeletons. Ow. Oh great, none of the skeletons were in that, except for maybe one of them. I rolled way too early. You see, this is why this fight is frustrating. Yeah. What's the nearest warp to this one? Okay, so there's one further back in the Tomb of Giants. items do I have? Could spend some souls to try and upgrade my equipment a little bit. But nah. Whoop. That was the wrong spot. So depending on how quickly it takes me to get there and how quick the attempt goes, I think we still have a good 2 or 3 runs left before it's time to end the stream. Let's see if we can get him in one of those few tries we got left. We got about 20 minutes left. Thank you for the luck. That almost killed me. I did not mean to do that. I pressed the wrong button. This time I'm going to be trying to do a more hit and run strategy, I guess. I knew that was going to happen. Indeed it was. Since I'm not using lightning spear at all, let's try replenishment. See if slow regen works at all. Who knows, maybe that extra like 4.5 HP that it gives me will be the difference between living and dying. At least give me enough health so I can actually heal. There we go. That run through them went way better than the last, like, every other one. Yeehaw. You know, I think... Okay, yeah, this is on me directly. Oh, wow, and it's ticking up a lot more than I thought it would, to be perfectly honest. Okay, for a second there I thought I was going to do the AoE, but I guess not. Come on. Okay, so that Armor of Thorns, I remember right about the time Dark Souls 3 came out, there was a video of like a group of 4 people who were all hanging out in the first area. All of them not holding weapons, all wearing a full set of Armor of Thorns. And whenever someone would invade them, they would kill them by everyone just rolling into them, just grinding them. Like, grinding them up. It was satisfying. Yeah, I had a... Like, it was like, the video was, like, going to a rap song. I don't really listen to rap, so I have no idea what the hell it was. Like, I do want to say it kind of sounded like DMX, I think. Oh, that one almost got me. Wow, that was that one was perfect. Yeah, I never used the barbed sword. Though with me, I tend to, like, I tend to go for big fuck-off weapons. Okay, I think we got one more good run in before it's time to call the stream. I might, and I think I might do some off-screen summon grinding, because both to level up a couple times and rank up in my covenant. That is, if I can manage to get summoned for freaking neato. Since, like, I just found it really hard to summon grind with this, like, with this character. Or on this run, at least, because, like, at every point where, I decide, okay, I'm gonna do summon grinding with this boss, it wasn't a really hard boss. Like, for the most part, it was just a gimmick. For the most part, it was just the boss's gimmick. Like with the last one I was gonna do that with. The boss wasn't hard. It was the centipede demon. So it wasn't hard. It just had a really annoying gimmick. Okay, that time he hit me. And that time I died. Fuck. Yeah, you can fit in one more run. Though, honestly, I think the Gaping Dragon is one of my favorite, like, reveals in this game. Because it's like, its head, you see, like, this, like, cute little lizard head kind of, like, pop up over, and it's like, that's the boss. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. And then it just kind of goes up a little bit more, and it's just like a fucking Lovecraftian abomination. It's like its entire torso is just a mouth. Actually, I don't think I would call the Gaping Dragon Lovecraftian. It's not nearly enough tentacles. yeah, that's a much easier route. Ow. Okay, I should not have attacked. I should have just healed. Okay, so that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for the stream tonight. I'm probably gonna try to summon grind this guy. Probably might not work. You know, at least I'll try. If not, I might just do some. I might just go to a different boss to off-screen to try to off-screen grind. All right. Let's see. Now, we're gonna go ahead and raid that Twitch streamer I was talking about. We are going to raid Proton John, who is currently doing his subscriber game night. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. We'll see you guys next time. This is Blade Master, logging off.